A couple months ago I got out of a toxic relationship with an Oompa Loompa body ass bitch, and after 2 weeks of breaking up he got with his worm dirt potato looking ass Tony Lopez looking ass best friend. Which was also the same girl he told me I had nothing to worry about because they were too alike. Like, bitch, what does that have to do with anything? To this day he still questions why I don't talk to him or don't want to get near him. Like, this little bitch didn't abuse me physically and mentally. Moral of the story: men ain't shit and they should be put in cages. Also, I was too pretty for his ugly ass.
When I was in 2nd grade I had this male teacher with long hair. One time he was very mad at the class and gave like a speech and told everybody to be respectful, and I said yes ma'am because I didn't know the difference between yes sir and yes ma'am because I was pretty stupid, and he took it really personally and locked me outside in the hall for 2 hours. And since it was Friday my therapist came and I told her about it because I was so confused, and then she told me the difference between yes ma'am and yes sir, and she talked to my teacher because my male teacher didn't know that I had ADHD and didn't understand stuff very well. Okay, so I have a huge crush on my boy best friend and I never told anyone. One day this kid that I know asked who I liked and I told him. He ended up telling my crush and I hid from him all the time after that. One day he found me and we started a war, the boys against girls. One day I forgot about the war and was just walking around, and this jerk jumps on my head from the playground. I started to cry and told the teacher, and I was the one who got in trouble. Beck, he said I started the war anyways. My crush told me he didn't care and we went back to being friends, and I just figured out that he likes me back. When I was in 5th grade I had this bully, his name is Royce. He would bully me every day for my height and told me to kill myself and called me autistic, and one day I got fed up with it and I went home crying and told my dad, and he told me when he bullied me again to call him a redhead metal mouth and beat his ass. And then the next day I went to school and he was bullying me and I said, if you don't shut the fuck up with your redhead metal mouth I'm gonna beat your 3-inch tiny ass hippopotamus looking ass up. And he told the teacher and she gave me a detention, but I didn't show up because I'm a bad. So I had this racist ass sub, so he was making racist comments about Hispanics. So when he left we put speakers inside the roof. When he came back we blasted Mexican music. So he called the administrator and the cops and said that we were playing terrorist music. So the cops took him away for discrimination. I used to go onto Roblox and play the pizza place simulator because I had nothing better to do. Everyone wanted to be the manager so fucking bad for some reason, so I once walked into the manager's office thing while it was open because the previous manager left, but a little bitch came before me and sat on the chair, so he became the manager. He then wrote in the chat that I should lap dance on him in Roblox LMAOO. Anyway, I didn't know what it was, so I asked him and he said to just dance on whose lap, so I jumped on his lap and spun in circles like the stripper I aspire to be. I now realized that I basically seduced him to become the manager of a Roblox pizza place sim. One time in year 4 I had a boyfriend and we would send each other a big paragraph to each other with all kissing emojis instead of just saying goodnight to each other. And in that paragraph somewhere along the lines it would say, "Good night baby, I can't wait to snog you in the bushes tomorrow," even though it would never ever happen. And he also didn't want me to tell anyone that we were together, and one night I wrote this massive paragraph saying how much I wanted to snog him. And before that, he sent me a message saying he can't wait until he has S3X with me, so I said I can't wait to have sex with you too. By the way, we didn't even know what sex was. I checked 5 minutes later why he hadn't answered me. Turns out I actually sent it to my adult cousin. I deleted the message quickly and